Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Guys, Bitcoin is up 3%. It looks nice. Bears did not buy the dip this time. We cocky AF. Yeah, we cocky now. We cocky. It looks good, guys. The dip did not dip as far down as we actually thought it's gonna dip, which is actually a very good and bullish move. And you gotta understand, when it comes to technical analysis, we look for these kind of signs. We look for signs of weakness in the bearishness or weakness in the bullishness. And when there is a weakness in the bearishness, that means that there is, strength in the bullishness, and there is definitely 100% strength in bullishness right now. So I'm definitely looking for some kind of higher moves. I'm definitely looking for, price going a little bit higher than this. So we're gonna see if you can actually get to 30k, 40k, 30k, 32, 35k, and so forth. I said before that above 32k, that's where we hit the max pain for the bears, because bears are still believing that we are gonna drop down from 28k. They're gonna be shorting 30k. They're gonna be shorting 32k, and I think that once we are above 32k, I mean, there's still some hope at 35k, but I think above 32k, that's when the bear max pain hits, and that's when we are gonna see some kind of definitely some kind of big moves. The bears will FOMO in, and once they FOMO in, it's game over for this pump towards upside. So this looks very, very nice. This this is the diamond that everybody's been talking about. So we're gonna look a little bit about that. And I always say that these kind of weird patterns, and even the triangles and the falling wedges and stuff like that, even these simple patterns, they are just created by different types of different very simple patterns. So simple patterns create these a little bit more complex patterns. So this what looks like something like a diamond pattern up here, this looks like a reversal pattern. Right now we are not actually falling down out of this. This is actually just two channels that goes towards upside and downside. That said, who is in the chat, guys? Dr. Karlov, good morning, man. How you doing, man? Andre Russo, Ron. Yeah, where is Ron, man? We need Ron back. XRP legend, XRP special today, maybe. Yeah, XRP is up like 8% right now, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It's up 7% right now. It's been pumping nicely up here towards upside. I still got a couple of very nice targets up here at I think it can go all the way up to 0.6. That was another 30% move towards upside from the bottoms down here. So I'm definitely looking at 0.6. But yeah, XRP is still moving. I've been hearing some kind of talk about something like this XRP case that's going on. Some conclusion or something will come up. So I think they are they're pumping the price into that. So we're gonna see that. S, good morning. What's up? Decentraplan. What's up? Skywalker. Good morning. Vanelesva, morning legends. How you doing, Vanelesva? Did you upload the YouTube video yet, man? I haven't checked it out. Anecdotal Smith. Good morning. What's up? Christopher Nikirk. Morning all. I agree with the legend. XRP special will be appreciated. Yeah, we might just do another video on XRP. We did 2 videos on XRP. And it is playing out the way we actually thought it's gonna play out, which is very, very nice. Which is very, very nice. So we're gonna see if we can do another. Over here we get it's gonna explode, and it's finally happening, these videos. But we might do an update on XRP, so check it out later. Maybe there will be an XRP update. Yesterday I was a little bit busy, so could not do any kind of updates. Stanko, dobro jutro. I do, man. Pullback between 32 and 34k. I don't know about it. I don't know, but because we are increasing the speed towards upside. Brett, I do, man. Stanko, are ready to take off? We are already taking off, man. A lot of people are excited about XRP. Dark mode, Cadena ready to run. Maybe, I haven't checked the Cadena. Kiria is cool. Wikoki AF. Tired legs, dobro jutro, I do, man. Good morning. Wait, how you doing, man? Still off work, going back to Netherlands. Not yet, I'm making a video clip. Okay, man. When you do that, when you finish, you tell me. Laro Pablo, danger zone between 28 and 30k. A lot of big institutions have their average entry. And of course, it is a big psychological level. Be careful, guys. Careful about what, man? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Andres Silva. How you doing? Algo, Phantom, Skywalk, what's up? I'll let you know. There we go. Guys, everybody's in the chat. It's good to have you all here. Let's talk what's happening on the charts. Just like we said, these are, these are Mladen lines. So Mladen has the very nice lines. And over here, we're going to remove these lines a little bit and we're going to make it a little bit more, more, what are you going to say? We're going to make it a little bit more simplistic in nature. So you're gonna see here there was an important level of support over here when we're up in this triangle up here. We fell through that, and over here on the downside there was some kind of pennant being created, and I think everybody was looking for another move towards downside over here. Even me was looking for another move towards downside. And if you look at this on the daily time frame over here, you'll see that we are actually looking this move up here all the way down to the 20 moving average and then bounce. We still haven't been looking for any kind of move towards downside because it is a little bit unrealistic to think that this is gonna just for whatever reason drop down. I mean, no big support levels are broken. We don't have any kind of topping out patterns on anything like that. Right now we are creating a higher high up here, but this is on the daily time frame, so it's gonna take a little bit while. Up here there is also resistance over here that we are breaking towards upside up here right now, but this is daily candle, so we gotta wait and see how this actually gonna play out. But yeah, a lot of people have been waiting for this this pennant breakdown towards downside over here. There was a pennant over here that we are looking to break towards downside over here. That never happened, and that's actually a very, very good thing. Guys, in tech analysis, again, when you have something that's bearish but it's just not pushing that hard towards downside, you kind of see that it needs to drop. Oftentimes in bear markets, these things drop like crazy. They do like this up here, they drop, they go up here a little bit, they don't even come to the resistance level, they just keep on dropping, right? Those are bearish moves, right? On the other hand, once you have some kind of bearish move like a pennant over here that breaks back towards upside, I was already becoming stupidly bullish up here on the upside, and over here we are sitting at the resistance up here, 50 moving average on the 4 hourly, and I was thinking like, I want to become euphoric and bullish, and I was seeing on Twitter and everywhere else that people are becoming a little bit very, very bullish. But I was like, let's wait just a little bit more, and Bitcoin was up like, at that point Bitcoin was up like something like 1% over here, and then it suddenly exploded above the resistance up here to 3%. Right now 3.3% towards upside, still pumping towards upside, so it is looking very, very good, right? So so over here I was like, yeah, let's wait a little bit more until it actually gets up, and right now it is actually above that line. This is 4-hourly candle, closing in 14 minutes. To believe that right now in the next 14 minutes this is just gonna crash back below the support, it is very, very hard to believe. You also see that we got a very nice trend line over here at above, so we are back above these trend lines towards upside, and looks very, very nice. What about Capo? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Capo in a second, because I gotta say a word about Capo, man. So we're gonna talk about it, but it does look very, very strong with bullish. There is no the bears have absolutely zero control over the price. They are unable to push the price down below very significant support lines. They are unable to, even when they push it below significant short-term support lines, they are failing to push it further down. They cannot short the market, and what happens right now, every single dip gets bought up, right? So down here it was time to buy the dip. If you have been watching my latest Bitcoin video that I made, down here it was time to buy the dip. Over here, people some people want, but the bears still missed the dip because everybody was expecting this bear pennant to go a little bit more down so they can buy down here and go towards upside. But no, you are not getting any kind of buys, and this is oftentimes what happens when you have a strong rallies towards upside. People underestimate the bullishness, and what happens, the price just goes higher. The dips do not dip that low down. Every time you think it needs to dip to this level to bounce, these things, oftentimes you will see some kind of, okay, here are important levels, it needs to dip down there and go towards upside because these are major support lines, but it bounces off of these weak support lines, right? So over here we had a weak support line over here, but it bounces off of these weak support lines, and those are very, very bullish moves towards upside. So we are still very much bullish. There is literally nothing in the charts right now that's telling us right now that we should not be bullish. Yes, there is problems in the world. There is a Binance FUD, and also I posted this on Twitter, and if you're not following me on Twitter, do that. I'm almost at 4K subs. Where is Twitter up here, man? Where is Twitter up here? Let's go home up here. I'm almost at 4K subs, you know, and I was at 3,999 followers, and I was like, the next guy who follows me, you know, yeah, I'm gonna follow him back, because I thought, you know, one more follower, you know, I'm gonna scam them into following me. And then I lost like 10 subs, and people are, you know, removing the followers and, you know, rejoining back again. And I actually ended up with less subs, less followers than it started with. But I did post on over here on Twitter. Where was that? Let me just go a little bit down over here. What was I actually even talking about? Wow, my mind just, you know, shuts out whenever I change the topic. I posted something on Twitter and I was talking about something. Do you guys remember what I was posting about, talking about? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It does look strongly bullish up here towards upside over here, and there is absolutely right now no reason to believe that for whatever reason this is gonna drop down. Now there might, you know, this pump up here might go above all of these up here, you know, these tops up here, because oftentimes this goes up to these tops up here and then falls back down. Now if this move is, you know, if this move happens where we, you know, go above these highs up here at the top over here and then move back below these levels down here again, that is a very, very bad sign. And then we can talk about, you were talking about capo, yeah, okay. And then we should be expecting a bigger move towards the downside. But right now I literally don't see a bigger move towards the downside. Even the weekly candle up here, I'm gonna show you on Twitter something up here that I actually posted just recently up here. Let's find the thread up here. So this is the thing up here. So when we're going down on this dip down here, it was creating this, you know, big green candle with a doji and a pullback. And on monthly candle, this already happened. Big green candle with a doji and a pullback, and then, you know, big pump towards upside. So this over here right now is looking, it's invalidating this bearish doji up here at the top. And I know for a fact that every time, you know, technical analysis do not know what they are talking about and how to analyze the chart, and there is a very, you know, huge amount of them, they see this doji at the top and they immediately assume that this is a bearish, you know, topping out pattern that we need to go towards the downside. And I always tell people, you know, just because you got some kind of bearish, you know, bearish pattern, doesn't matter what that is a bearish pattern that we just had, you know, rising wedge or anything like that, or, you know, rising channel, or even a parabolic move, does not mean that you're gonna drop down, because you have to look at the overall price action. You have to look at, you know, you know, other stuff beside that one thing. So that one thing is just telling you a little bit small indication of something, but, you know, you gotta look at a larger picture. So so what happened here on the weekly time frame, we create a doji, we are going towards downside. I wrote over here that we are just creating the bottom wick with this red candle on the weekly. So we are just creating this bottom wick over here. You can see here we first went down, created this red wick over here, and then explode towards upside. So over here we're going down and explode towards upside. And what is happening right now, you know, processing up here right now, this bottom wick is created, and right now we are moving towards the upside up here. So I still, you know, yesterday I said, if this is true, I'm better than 99% of technical analysis out there, and I get bragging rights for the rest of my life if this plays out. Because in strong bullish markets, these dojis at the top on candles do not play out the way you should actually expect them to play out. They go towards the upside. So there is that. So we are in process of that. We still got, you know, 5 days left or something like that. So, you know, we're gonna see if we actually get to that point. But important thing to notice is that this over here looks very very nice. Now this is a small time frame. This is a 4-hourly time frame, and even though this 4-hourly time frame might pull up here above these highs up here, might pull above these highs up here. The problem comes with this pattern over here is if we fail to go a lot higher than this up here. So right now on this move towards upside, because we are breaking the resistance, we need to break something like 29, 30k and so forth towards upside, because if we fail to do that and go right back down below these levels over here, so right now it's no longer talking about, you know, 25.5k or anything like that down here. You know, that's not the most important support line right now. Right now the most important support line is up here at 26k, give or take, up here at 26k. So if you see the move up here towards upside, go towards upside, and this fails towards downside, this is not supposed to happen. This is a very, very bearish move. If this should, you know, happen for whatever reason, then we can expect a lot, you know, lower numbers than that, right? This move up here is not supposed to happen. But we've seen what happened up here. The same thing, the same pattern was playing up here. We went up here, you know, we went up above the previous highs up here, came up here, and then moved back down below the support, and we dropped down, right? Hope, you know, but last time we did that, we just exploded right back up again. You know, it was a failure of the bears to keep the price on downside. Will this happen again? Go down here, you know, go and do another one of these same patterns that we just did here on the bigger time frames? I do not think so. So I think if this time we do fall back below 26k or something like that, I think this might actually be a lot bigger drop than, you know, than we should be expecting. So I don't wanna, you know, under any circumstance fall below 26.6 right now. It is where we should be above, and right now that this move, this bearish move towards downside did hit this support line up here. I think this consolidation pattern and this, you know, dip up here is pretty much finished right now. We are moving above the resistance levels right now, and right now we can continue towards upside. We still need to see how this plays on the bigger time frames like daily and stuff like that, but it does look you know, it still like it looks bullish. So there is very little reason to believe that, you know, we are bearish for, you know, or that we should go down. Now capo, let's say a quick word about capo, because capo has been started posting again. Capo has started posting again, and right today, like 1 hour ago, 44 minutes ago, he posted capitulation. So I think capitulation is gonna come down here. So you can see up here we are creating these double wicks up here at the top. He thinks this is gonna stop up here because this, you know, 28.7 is a major level of resistance. We're gonna do a small candle and a big candle down all the way down to 10k, and that's gonna be the capitulation. So he does not believe that this move down here was capitulation with exhaustion pattern towards downside, where we broke that towards upside right now in some kind of uptrend. No, this over here is capitulation. So if you're following capo, you're probably having your hopium that this is gonna drop down, but that's why I'm telling you guys, if we get above 32k, that's max pain for the bears, and that's the same way that when we go towards downside, right? Where does the hopium end for the bulls, right? So when you're in the bear market, you start looking at the price going down. Where does the hopium end, right? You come down here, start buying, you know, down here, you know, it is where the hopium ends, right? You have no hopium, you lose all faith, you know, everything is crashing. FTX, Luna, Almeida, you know, Celsius, whatever, right? Everything is crashing around you. That's when you have no hope. That's when you're at peak pain, max pain, and that is when the price actually reverses towards the upside. And the same thing happens when you go towards upside. There is also max pain for the bears. So you gotta ask yourself, where is the max pain, right? So when the price goes up slowly above certain levels, you get into these bigger moves towards the upside, and they are always thinking it's gonna fall, it's gonna come back down again, it's gonna, you know, 10k next, and at one point the news will be so good. The news will be good. We're gonna start, you know, going above 32k, and the news will be so good. You know, this is happening, that is happening. They will be like, oh my god, look what's happening. You know, these news are coming out. You know, everything is super nice. You know, they're talking about, you know, 200k again. They will start buying in, and that's when the max pain hits. The bears can no longer hold out. They have to FOMO in. Once they FOMO in, we're gonna be at the top, and we're gonna pull back. 4-hour close in minutes, yeah, 4 minutes left to the 4-hourly close. It looks very, very nice. So over here, let's go to the 4-hourly close up here. It looks like we're gonna close above the moving averages. It looks like we are even gonna close above this this high up here. So we are technically having a high and a higher high up here. We had this bearish pennant up here that failed to break towards downside over here and broke actually towards upside. So everything like right now is looking you know, very much bullish, and very much, you know, looking for the next move towards the upside over here. So Bitcoin is up 3%, altcoins are doing well. Altcoins are also up 2-3%. We can look at a little bit on the Bitcoin dominance up here on the bigger time frames. You can see up here that the Bitcoin dominance is hitting this very important level of resistance up here at the top, give or take. It's a horizontal level of resistance up here, give or take. This is monthly, sorry. this is monthly and this over here is monthly. So you can see we are hitting right now this resistance area up here when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance. I still believe that the Bitcoin dominance can go even higher up here, because the previously 2007 to 18, this actually went from the bottom towards the, no, the top was actually over here 100%, but you know, the bottom was actually over here in March, December up here. This was actually bottom. So when it started moving, this is the let me add the chart up here so you can see this better. It's USDT, because I know the dates, but you know, I'm a little bit unsure whether, you know, people up here know the dates. So this over here is the chart of Bitcoin. And if you remember down here, let me also change this line to line candles, because then you can actually see what's happening up here. And there we go. So you can see right now over here what's happening when it comes to dominance. So you can see up here this move towards upside, this big move. This was even when we went from 3K, 3.5K up to the 14, 15K up here towards upside. Once we did this big move towards upside, Bitcoin dominance actually rallied 40% towards upside, towards the 50 moving average. Right now we are not at 50 moving average up here yet over here, but once we actually hit the 50 moving average, we started going towards downside over here. So in this part over here, there was a lot of altcoins that were actually rallying and so forth, so forth. So over here on this move from the bottom down here, give or take, from the bottom we are only 20% up, so we technically still have, you know, another, you know, 35, you know, we still have left another 14 to 20% move towards upside. So if, you know, history is any kind of, you know, teacher here right now, that we're gonna do a 40% dominance move towards upside before we get some kind of, you know, rejection, that might be the case. Also, if you just analyze the chart up here based on just, you know, just the technicals and stuff like that, this looks very, very strongly bullish right now, because it is just bouncing off a 10-20 moving average. So the 50 moving average for next resistance when it comes to dominance, that might be the case. So what does that mean for altcoins? That means, unfortunately guys, I don't see altcoin season just yet, so you know, we gotta wait a little bit more over here. It's still coming towards upside over here, you know, 53%, 200 moving average up here on the dominant chart up here, and on the monthly time frame, that's the up here at 50. So you know, the way I see it, if we can actually draw some kind of lines up here and look for the dominance going towards the upside, I would assume it can go another, you know, 14 to 20% more towards the upside. Now the big question is how fast it can do that. The fact that the dominance can actually go up this much is actually very good for us, because that might just indicate that Bitcoin is gonna, you know, explode more towards the upside. So dominance looks okay, but you know, Bitcoin is still the king of everything right now, and it is pumping like crazy. So right now, you know, enjoy, you know, guys hodling Bitcoin and stuff like that. There we go. We gotta close above 10, you know, 10, 20, 50 moving average up here. We are above all moving average on 4 hourly. We are above all moving average on 1 hourly, on 30 minutes, on 10 minutes. We are above all moving average on all time frames, 4 hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. Come on, monthly time. Okay, monthly is not. We are above all moving averages on all time frames beside monthly time frame. That means we are in a strong bullish trends towards upside, guys. Very, very strong bullish trends, which is very, very good. Now this candle up here is not closed above the moving averages, but it is still technically above the moving averages. And if you remember from the previous bull market, you know, often we would be just looking what is above all moving averages on all time frames, because whatever is above all moving averages on all time frames, that means that that is on a very, very strong uptrend, and that might actually just continue doing that. So over here, Bitcoin in a bigger perspective up here does look indeed very, very nice. Up here, let me just you know, make the line up here. There is a very nice, you know, very nice channel up here. Over here, of course down here, where is it? Of course down here, Capo shorted again, added to his shorts. And I said, why would you short, you know, the support level? And this is major support level. So you can see up here, we had this very nice channel up here. We went all the way down towards the downside. We went up to resistance, broke that, retested, second time right now bouncing. If we get above this level up here, above 28.5, where is the resistance level up here on this thing up here? You know, legit resistance level. This is on the daily time frame up here. It's up here at 28.9. So if right now, with this move, we get above 28.3, give or take. Yeah, 28.3. 28.299, give or take. If we get above that level, 28.9 on the daily time frame, and we close above that, I think I'm gonna become very, very bullish. Let me just see up here. There is still you know, slight divergences up here on the chart. You can see up here we already having the slight divergence, but if this continues pumping up here towards upside on the weekly time frame, this RSI, there will be no divergence on the chart. On the chart. Now also this pullback down here, this consolidation pullback from 70 all the way down to 60, this is a very, very strong option, guys. This is a very, very strong. So we pull back the RSI while going sideways up here, which is very, very nice. And right now is the next continuation of the move towards the upside. Now let me show you the target for this thing up here. And you know, oftentimes people think, you know, how do you find the next target up here towards the upside? They always look you know, at some kind of previous very important resistance level, which is actually a very important thing to do. But oftentimes if you get a very nice channel, what you do with the channel, you just you know, copy the channel towards upside up here, and the target is always somewhere either at the midline over here or at the top line over here, right? So this looks like, you know, 30k all the way up is something like, you know, all the way up right now, something like, you know, 34k up here. Those are the next targets that are very, very significant levels right now for the move. But I would say it needs to get above, you know, 28.3k to give us this, you know, confirmation of the continuation towards the upside. Looks very good, guys. I cannot complain. The DXY is looking like it's trying to bottom out here a little bit. The big question is if it is just going to drop down towards downside. The S&P 500 stuff like that, I've been looking at these, you know, some of these lines, and they do not look that. Nasdaq looks a lot more bullish than Dow Jones and the S&P 500. So I'm a little bit, you know, I don't know why that actually is. Why S&P 500 does, you know, look less. It's not that it's looking bearish, but it's looking less bullish. It's looking less bullish, and the Dow Jones as well, because you can see this uptrend over here. This already broke. That means it lost the momentum a little bit towards the downside. It's still above this. Line. It's still above sitting on the support, but it lost the momentum a little bit. So both the Dow Jones and S&P 500 lost momentum a little bit, but the Nasdaq did not do that though. The Nasdaq did not lose momentum up here. You can see up here as soon as it actually broke this, there was this you know, new very nice trend line, and right now it's holding this trend line. It's not, you know, it's not doing this move up here like S&P 500 or something like that, or Dow Jones. It is actually holding the supports very nicely, and it's actually climbing towards upside. So why the you know, Nasdaq is a lot more bullish than, you know, S&P 500 and Dow Jones, I do not know. I'm not really good at analyzing these big indexes and, you know, understanding what kind of, you know, coins are in those indexes. But that's at least the case right now. But it's still holding the support, so, you know, it's all good. Technically, it's all good. Is there anything more we should be talking about? There was something I think I posted on Twitter here. No. Yeah, this was the line that we are up there. Technical was nothing. Now we could talk about certain other things that are unrelated to crypto, but, you know, right now it's not time to talk about stuff that's unrelated. I mean, technically it's related, but, you know, we can talk about that some other time when, you know, nothing is happening. Right now, stuff is actually happening, guys. Altcoins are pumping. I've been looking at, you know, long-term charts. I've been looking at long-term charts. I've been looking at weekly charts. I'm just trying to figure out which coins are gonna pump next and which coins are not gonna pump next. So right now everything's up like 2, 3, 4% towards upside, guys. It is good times, definitely. Definitely. I don't believe that Bitcoin will you know, pull a lot towards downside up here. We don't want to break the support levels down here, as well, of course, for whatever reason. If you see this going down here below 26 point you know, 26.8 or something like that, if you see that those moves go back below those levels, you need to be, you know, be very worried, because that's, you know, tells us that something is very wrong. We never, in technical analysis, you never want to break, you know, important levels of support. If you hold a support and you bounce off some support, you do not want to come back to that support and break that support again. That tells you that something is wrong with the chart. Right now, there is nothing wrong with the chart. Everything is, you know, picture perfect. Very, very nice. We're becoming bullish. Bears are losing hope. Every time we pump 2-3%, bears are losing hope. But when something happens, we're gonna change our bullishness on a dime towards bearishness. We're gonna become biggest bears. We're gonna go into our caves and start drawing technical analysis on the walls and become bears. But until we actually become bears, we need to be bulls. We need to be bulls. Guys, is there anything more in the chat? The green is gobbling. What's up, TLA? How you doing, man? Hey, from Spain, now on my way back to the UK. Hi, John Douglas. How you doing, man? John Douglas is such a typical, you know, movie name. The year is 25 and Bitcoin just made a new all-time high of 100k capo. This is bear market rally. We dumped to 12k. Yeah, I want to show you something, guys. This is gonna be capo. I'm gonna show you guys. This is gonna be capo, okay? Let's go to the weekly time frame over here. Let's remove the moving averages. And let's do this. How are we doing this? It's gonna dump. Okay, this is capo, guys. This is capo. This is capo, right? Yeah. Capo is always like it's gonna dump. It's gonna dump. On every single pullback, you know, pullbacks right up down here. Pullback. Where is the pullback? Every single pullback is like, it's gonna dump, it's gonna dump. It's gonna dump over here as well, right? Yeah, we can move this. Too many is gonna dump. This is capo, right? Up here. So let's put up here. Let's put up here because it's nice. It's gonna dump. It's gonna dump. And you know, and wait. And down here is a told ya. So this is how capo things like every time it's gonna dump, it's gonna dump, it's gonna dump, but you know it's you know. So you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the guy that you know it's calling dumps every time. You don't want to be the guy that you know think he's gonna go back below 10k. What we do on this channel and what we try to tell people is, you know, if the trend is towards upside, you follow the trend. But you need to, you know, you need to find when the trend breaks. You need to see when the trend changes, because these guys are still bearish. They draw wrong lines. They use different indicators that are telling them they're bearish. They are living in the bubble of, you know, market economy in the world, and they think if, you know, if a market, you know, if the economy is bad, then the charts are bad. Charts has nothing to do with economy. I mean, they have, you know, they are priced in, but you know, technically they are not correlated. Say, you know, look at the charts. Don't read the news, read the charts. If the trend breaks, the trend broke. The trend broke long time ago, and right now we are strongly bullish. What are some of your favorite indicators? Moving averages, RSI, MACD, and my own indicator down here. By the way, guys, I used a little bit time to make this indicator down here, and I went to the chat GPT and I said, hey, make me this indicator that does this. In less than 5 seconds, it made the same indicator over here. Less than 5 seconds. You guys don't understand how big AI is gonna be. Yesterday I saw that, you know, we have this text to image, you know, if you go to internet over here, there's text to image AI. So you got a text to image AI where you can actually, you know, say bear. And you can generate a bear, right? So it goes use a little bit of time and generates a bear. It make, you know, it creates an image from, you see, you got a bear, right? So maybe you can just write bull. Let's see if we can get a bull up here. So you can generate text from you can generate images from text. Happy bull. So you can generate images from text, but right now you can also find with horns. We need horns. You can right now find and create videos from text. Can you imagine that? AI can start generate. It's a very bad videos. I mean, I've seen those videos and they are very, very bad, but they are still videos. They're still videos. And the progress in this is going so fastly. Green happy bull with horns. And it's this progress with the AI is going so fastly, guys. It's going so extremely fastly that I thought it might take 5 to 10 years to get to this point. Within 1 year, you will already be able to create. You will already be able to create very, very realistically, photographically realistically videos from the text. You understand that the progress is going so fast. We bull. What is a good website for AI pictures? I don't know, man. I'm not really into that much with the picture, but I do know what's happening, with AI and stuff like that. What's good, Hourglass? How you doing, man? Who said we would be millionaire? Now we're gonna be trillionaires, man. Understand why it's a bit bad if Bitcoin falls to 10K. I would buy even more. It's not bad. Like, nobody says that falling down to 10K is bad. What we are saying is that it's very unrealistic right now that is gonna happen. I mean, there will come a time when the 10K will become maybe realistic again, and we will be looking at 10K again at one point in the future, maybe. But all we are saying right now, there is no reason to right now to be bearish, because the price is not that bearish. The price is actually very, very bullish. It's strongly bullish. It's uptrend. It's above all moving averages on all time frames. So we're gonna be telling people it's gonna go down to 10K when there is a reason to believe that it's gonna go down to 10K. But there is no reason, and I understand. And if price goes down to 10K, nothing is bad, man. I would just buy. Yeah, everybody would buy more. All the bears that are sitting on the sideline wants to buy 10K. That's why they are still bearish. They missed the 15K dump. They thought it was gonna go lower. They waited, and then it pumped from 15K to 20K, and they're like, no, it's gonna pull back. No pullbacks. And every kind of pullback that you have, it's such a small pullback that they cannot believe how bullish the price is, and they miss every single pullback. And they're still hoping and begging that Capo is gonna be right, that Savvy is gonna be right, that Garrett Soloway is gonna be right. They're still hoping that all these bearish YouTubers are gonna be right, because they want to buy at 10K. But you are not getting 10K right now. That's all we are saying. That's all we are saying. So if something changes, we fall back below 26K again or something like that, 25K, we're gonna start looking at lower numbers, guys. If the trend changes, if we break the trend, and there is definitely a trend on a bigger time frames, that's when you will should start looking at 10K. So if you go back below something like over here, down here, if you go something like this or down over here, if you go back below something, this trend line over here at 20K or something like that, if you go back below 20K, then guys, then you can start talking back about 10K. But there is no reason to talk about 10K before even the trend line is broken. When trend line gets broken, you can start talking about 10K. The dominance won't go that far. It's not the same market as the previous cycle, and we got a lot more altcoins. Elias, yes, you might be right. We don't have to do another 20% move on the dominance up here towards the upside, towards the 50 moving average. We don't have to do that. There is definitely important level of resistance where we are right now. You can see all these stops up here. So we have extended towards the upside, and right now we might be consolidating over here. This consolidation might give altcoins a very nice pump towards the upside, but I still believe this is actually, when looking at this, this actually might actually go as far up here as another 10-20% towards the upside. Whether that's gonna happen or not, we don't know, but it is at major resistance level. It is a little bit extended, so I would assume this is gonna just consolidate over here. XRP will go parabolic. It's already going parabolic. What are some of your favorite? Yeah, I just mentioned that. What MACD indicator do you use? The regular one, the normal one, the most common used MACD indicator you can find. What is it going to keep going? It's pumping BTC. Yeah, 4%. Bitcoin is up 4%, closer to 10 than 100k. Well, technically it is closer to 10k than 100k, but you know, I'm not saying that we are gonna go to 100k. I'm saying that you know, but 40k is closer than 10k. You do agree with that, right? And we are not saying 100k. We are saying 40k, right? So technically, so you're saying we should go long. You should have gone long down at, you know, 15k. You should go long on the dip. I'm gonna ride Cardano to the freaking moon, man, this run. The Cardano has been performing so badly, and I got big bags of Cardano, so, you know, this thing needs to pop soon. But it looks so bad, man. It looks so bad. I'm biased on Cardano because I want to be super bullish on Cardano because I got big bags of Cardano. Unfortunately, that crap is, you know, not performing at all. So some news gotta come out. Something needs to come out to pump my bags. I mean, Cardano is. I just drew these lines today over here. Like it's still technically, you know, doing this. It's still technically doing this. You know what are you gonna call it? This exhaustion pattern towards downside. Right now, it does seem that it's you know, this was a big move towards downside over here, and it's doing this exhaustion pattern towards downside. So it will eventually break and have a nice big move towards upside. We come to one and whatnot, you know. But the question is when? When are you gonna pump? Cardano is fundamentally so sound. Trust the process. I try to trust it, but every time I hear something about Cardano, it's so much fun, man. And I bought Cardano not because I believed so strongly about it, but it was more like it's got a pump. So every time I hear the FUD, it's really hard to hodl. Guys, if you buy something and you don't believe in that, you're gonna sell on the first FUD. If you want to hodl anything, you gotta be like Michael Saylor believing in Bitcoin. Michael Saylor was down 50%. I don't know if you guys understand that. Michael Saylor was down 50%. His average buy was around 30k, 29k. His average buy was at 29k previously. He was down 47%. Michael Saylor was down 47%. He still did not sell. He did not sell. And there was so much FUD. He did not sell. Michael Saylor did not sell. So if you believe in something so strongly, you're not gonna sell. But you gotta believe. On the other hand, if you are wrong in your belief, you're gonna get wrecked, of course. But the only way the FUD is not gonna get you, the only way you're gonna believe in something so strongly is if your core belief is so strong about something. Because if you listen to somebody else and somebody else is believing in something and then you believe through them, as soon as some FUD comes out, you're gonna lose that belief. So, core belief, you gotta have core belief. Thoughts on Link USD and Link BTC? Thinking of dumping for Bitcoin. I don't believe in Link that much, to tell you the truth, man. I don't see hype when it comes to Link. There, you know, it's already used by everybody. It's already all over the place. Like, you gotta understand, the thing that's hyping the coins is something that might happen, right? That's what I believe in Cardano the same way I believe in TLI and NH. The central plant. Thanks, man. No big difference between being financially trapped and believing in something. Me and my Vera, I believe. Yeah, I've seen also a lot of people talking about VRA. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one. But yeah, so this thing over here pumped like 5% up here. There is better. No, this VR Bitcoin. This one over here. Yeah, this is the big chart. So this thing over here pumped, VR pumped something like, you know, 500%, sorry, yeah, 5x towards upside. So right now it's pulling back. This was a big move towards downside, and you had this exhaustion pattern up here that broke towards upside. 5x did 5x, just like Hex did 5x, and right now it's pulling back. So, you know, how much it's gonna pull back and what's gonna happen, you know, it depends, but you know. It had the same dump like everything else up here. It had the same dump like everything else. 97% like everything else, right? So there is that. Okay, guys, I don't have anything much to say left. You know, I'm watching Bitcoin price. I want Bitcoin price to pump more. It needs to pump more. We cannot go back below these levels. And on the upside up here, I would like it to start closing above, you know, up here. There is actually, you know, 28.8 or something like that. It's already above that. It's already above that. So, you know, it needs probably to go a lot higher than that. We're gonna see that. We're gonna still, you know, keep on following. But I don't want a price to fall back below 26.8. I don't care the reasons for that. There is no reason to fall back below 26.8. So if it does that, something is wrong. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Tomorrow we're gonna do Bitcoin Daily again. Very, very important Bitcoin Daily, because tomorrow we will know whether this is a real, you know, move or not. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm not, you know, euphorically excited, but, you know, I'm very excited about the move. It's good. It's good. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you around in the chat and everywhere else. You know, subscribe on Twitter. You know, follow me on Twitter. I need 4K subs. Sorry, followers. Bitcoin still pumping. Bears in disbelief. Bye-bye, guys.